Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. This is Jason bringing you today's video. So today's video I want to go over the 5 best strategies in craps. Now, one thing we've mentioned in the past is there's really only 4 strategies to craps. There's really only 4 ways to play craps. Everything else is just either a variation of it, like all the various regressive strategies out there are all along with power press and mid press and such, are all variations of place bets and so on and so forth. But I want to go over just the 5 from what we've seen over the years of the thousands, if not tens of thousands of players and all the 20, 30, 40-minute rolls we've seen. We want to go over the 5 best strategies for actually making money and walking away from the table. A lot of strategies are based around trying not to lose money versus trying to actually win money on a long roll. So over time, in general, I'd say 99.9% of the time, these 5 strategies are the only strategies I see really walk away from the table with, let's just say, multiples of your buy-in. I mean, if you buy in for $100 and you have $150 and you want to walk away, almost any strategy could pull that off. All you have to do is catch maybe a 4-minute roll. But buying in for $500 and walking away from the table with $2,000, that's going to require a 20 to 30-minute roll, and it's going to require a solid strategy. So that's what I want to go over. The strategies that, in our experience, are the strongest strategies when it comes to making money. Now, before I go into that, I do want to point out, as we've talked about in the past, I did finally manage to find a good online casino that I can recommend to you guys. It does have a couple of the occasional drawbacks, like anything else and like any of the other online casinos, but from all the research I've done into it, it is definitely legitimate casino. Takes regular cash, Bitcoin, has craps, so there apparently is a couple small tweaks to its rule set. Has roulette, has live dealer, sportsbook, all of that. So if you're interested, just check the description down below this video. I added a couple of links that link to some of their sign-up specials for some bonus cash, I suppose. It's a great way to play with your strategies and play on a very low limit, or if you are nowhere near a casino. So, starting out, we're going to start out with number 5. And number 5 is one that you guys have seen many times on this channel. It is the power press. The power press is the 5th best strategy in our experience. And the reason for that is because of how fast it loses and how often it loses. Now, the thing about the power press is when it does win, you win insane amounts of money. I have seen somebody buy in for $300 and color up $60,000 an hour later. It's very, very, very doable with the power press strategy. The problem is I've also seen people buy in with $20,000 and walk away with 0 30 minutes later. So, you know, that's the downside. So that's why the power press is number 5 instead of number 1. It can win the most money, but it wins very, very rarely. So, as you guys know with the power press, so we're going to start off, we're going to pretend we're on a $25 minimum bet table. Actually, no, that's no fun. Let's do a $15 minimum bet table. So we're on a $15 minimum bet table, and it is a place bet strategy, as you guys know. And the entire goal behind the power press strategy is to get yourself to table max as absolute fast as possible. That is your goal. That is what you were trying to do. Now, if you're on a $15 minimum bet table, your table maximum might be anywhere between $1,000, $2,000, up to $5,000. Depends on where you're at. When you get to the places that have, say, a $10,000 max bet or higher, very unlikely to find anything less than a $25 minimum bet. Probably more looking at $50 or $100 minimum bet. So we're going to look at this as if it were, say, a $2,000 max bet. That gives you a good feel for how the power press works. So again, you're trying to shoot to table max as absolute fast as possible. The power press strategy is pretty much solely based on one number breaking the statistics and rolling 8 to 10 times. Now, if you catch a 30-minute roll, at least one number is going to roll enough times to hit the table max and probably collect. If you catch an hour-long roll, 2 to 4 of those numbers are going to get there. But you can actually get there on a 12-minute roll. I one time saw a 12-minute roll that had 14 sixes. 14 sixes roll. A power presser would have walked away with $15,000, $20,000. So again, you're looking to get to table max as fast as possible. So if you started out with your 96 across, say on the 6 or the 8, when you get to this rolling, 18 pays 21, right? So you're going to throw in an extra $3, and you were going to bring your bet up to 42 bucks. Now from 42, you're going to go ahead and take it all the way up to 90. You're going to collect $1, go all the way up to 90. Now 90 pays 105. So this is where you have an interesting choice in what you may want to do. You have $195 to work with. $195. Now, a power presser that started out at the $15 mark is very likely going to go ahead and throw in the $15 necessary to bring their bet up to 210. Okay, so that's the third hit. 3 hits on the 6th, and you get up to 210. After that, pays 245. You go ahead and take 250, press yourself up to 450. That's hit number 4. Hit number 5, it's going to pay 5 1/4. Go up to, a couple different areas you can go up to on this one. Most likely 900. That's hit number 5. You're at $900. Hit number 6, take yourself up to 1,500, and go ahead and collect $450, because hit number 7, you're going to go ahead and get paid. Hit number 7, you're going to get paid. You're going to go bring yourself up to table max, and you're also going to get paid. Hit number 7, you're going to get $1,750 on a $1,500 bet. You're going to go up to $2,400, which is table max, and you're going to collect $850. Now you're at table max after 7 hits. If you're on a $2,000 max bet table, if you're on a $3,000 or $4,000 max bet table, then you're going to need an additional hit. But either way, now you are at table max. It's the same number of hits for the 5 and 9 in general. If you start at a $10 table, $15 table, these are oftentimes the same number of hits. Sometimes you can shave a hit off if you're willing to spend a little bit more on your throw-ins. So you might be able to pull this off in 6 hits. Most likely it's going to be 7 hits to get table max on 5 and 9 of $2,000. The 4 and the 10, you can usually shave off 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 hits. So if it takes 7 hits here, you might be able to do it with 5 hits here, possibly even 4, but most likely 5 hits. Worst case scenario, 6 hits. I mean, that 15, worst case it pays 27 if it's not a buy yet. You throw in the 3 additional dollars and you take it up to 45. 45 is going to pay you $90. You're going to throw in your VIG of $2. So now let's look at what you have to work with. You have $135 to work with. Take it up to 1 1/4. It's probably the easiest at this point. So that was hit number 2, I think. Let's see. First hit brought up 45. Second hit brought it up to, Second hit. 2 hits. You're at 245. All right? Or 125. Hit number 3. Probably going to throw in a quarter. Bring yourself up to 400. That's 3 hits. Plus, of course, your VIG. The 4th hit, bring yourself up to 1,000 and collect $200. Because the 5th hit, you're going to go up to 2,000 and you're going to collect $2,000. 5 hits, you're at $2,000. That's why the power press is so strong, because if you catch that super strong roll, you're going to go ahead and make your money. Problem is most of the time you don't. That's why the power press is only number 5. So now, let's move forward and let's take a look at the 4th best strategy for playing craps, which would be pressing 1 unit. Pressing 1 unit is a criminally underrated strategy. This time around, we're going to look at, say, a $10 minimum bet table. So you would start at 64 across, because a lot of people that are playing press 1 unit are probably playing what we would call the budget tables. That's when I most often see people play it. So the problem is with this is that the people that would play the higher amount tables and could most benefit from it don't understand just how strong this strategy is. This is a criminally underrated strategy. If you watch our press 1 unit video, and it's a fairly long video, there's a couple times where we do the press 1 unit video, or couple videos where we do the press 1 unit, and what you'll notice when you watch it, when we do comparisons with the other strategies, the press 1 unit actually makes more money in the first couple rounds of the comparisons. 15 rolls and 30 rolls without a 7 tends to be the number 1 or number 2 best performing strategy. It's extremely strong. People don't realize it, but you just by going up a little bit at a time. Remember what we said, 7 hits on a 6 or an 8 to get yourself up to table max if you're a power presser. Obviously, a press 1 unit is not even going to come close to making that kind of money. But if they do hit that 7 hits, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So hit your 7 hits. Now the power presser here is sitting on a table max bet of $2,400. So they've got, thousands to work with. But someone that's playing press 1 unit on a $10 minimum bet table is probably buying in with $1, maybe $200. That's it. They've made their entire buy-in already. They've made $203 in profit. If they were to take their bet down, they've made $260 in profit, roughly. $257. Not counting anything else they've hit here. I see somebody buy in for $100, start out with, say, 54 across, maybe they don't include the point, just press it 1 unit at a time, catch a 20-minute roll, and color up $600, $700. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So that's why this strategy ranks as the number 4 best strategy. The number 3 best strategy. This one's going to kind of come from left field to people, but it's the dark side. Playing the dark side. Playing the don't pass. It's shockingly strong in the very short term. The reason it doesn't rate higher is because you catch a long roll and you're screwed. This actually goes the opposite direction as most other strategies. You're not trying to catch a long roll. You're trying to catch an extraordinarily short roll. But I've seen people that will come in with, say, just do a $100 don't pass. That's it. No lay, nothing else. Maybe they do 1 don't come. Maybe they do a 2-point molly, max 3-point molly on the don't pass. I've seen people come up, buy in for $500, do this right here, and have upwards of $1,500 in the rail, $1,500 to $2,000. That's kind of rare. More often than not, we look over and notice that they've doubled up to $1,000. The smart ones will walk away. The tables always turn. The tide always turns. People that play the don't pass and continue to chase more and more money instead of taking their wins always give it back. Every single time. But the ones that buy in for $300 to $500 and leave when they have doubled to 2.5 down, when they're up between $600 to $1,000, $1,250, $1,300 if they're bought in for $500, those people have a chance, a solid chance of walking away with money, walking away with their winnings. So that is why that strategy is the number 3 strategy. The number 2 strategy is going to be kind of interesting to some of you guys because we don't generally prefer it here on the channel, but it's decently strong, and that is come bets. The come bets, as long as you do odds, you have an opportunity to make money. And when it comes down to winning the most money, when you catch that 30 to 45 minute roll, come bets oftentimes end up being the number 2 to number 3 option. If you catch a super long roll, they will be number 3 behind the power press and the number 1 strategy here. But come bets can also make money on the 5 to 10 minute rolls. So it has that additional bonus that the power press does not. So in general, come bets will not make as much as the number 5 or the number 1 strategy, but they will come close, and they have the ability to make money on other rolls, kind of oddball rolls. So the number 1 strategy when it comes to making money and walking away with your winnings when you catch a strong roll is probably not going to come as a surprise to most people. I'm going to set us up with 64 cross on a $10 minimum bet table, and it's the mid press. We've talked about the mid press so many times. Let's look at the 6 and 8. If you call 1 hit on the 6 and you mid press, that means you're going to go up to 21. Now the second hit, you're going to go up to 30. Third hit, up to 42. Hit number 5 up to 60. Hit number 6 up to 90. Hit number 7, a couple different ways you could go with this. We would say, let's say 150. That's hit number 7. Hit number 8, couple different ways to go again. We're going to say we go to 210. So 8 hits. 8 hits on the 6, and let's take a look at it. 8 hits, and we're sitting on $271. $271 in profit, plus we have $210 sitting right here. It's not as strong as the power press. However, because you were collecting a lot more frequently, all it really takes is for hits, for numbers to roll a number to roll 3 or 4 times, and you were in the profit, and probably in the profit for the entire roll, for your entire bankroll, for the whole $64 that you have in action. So with the mid press, oftentimes all you need to do is catch a 5-minute roll just to break even. So the mid press starts making money fairly quickly. It doesn't make as much as the power press, but it can come pretty damn close. So I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at the very least, just plain fun. We thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully some of you guys have gone ahead and joined our Discord channel. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye now. Bye. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that. But the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on T-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, also please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.